Hello and welcome back to another OMNIHEROES video. Hopefully this will be a relatively quick one, but it's just to explain Foggy Coliseum, specifically World Arena, and what that means. So if you are able to participate in the World Arena, you can click on your seasonal tab, it'll bring up this page, and you can click on Foggy Coliseum. As you can see, Foggy is ended, and we do have the results of that. Well done to main tank for winning. Now we go into World Arena. We can have a look here. So I've got 7 attempts left. First things first, what I would suggest, if you have any of these astral invites, I've got some that I picked up from the artifact monster in Clash Domain. So if we go over to here, as you can see, you pick up all of your artifacts, you do all of your sweeps, and then you go into your artifacts, and then you can go to your level, and then you will get one of these every 3 levels, I believe. So the higher you level up these artifacts, the more attempts that you'll have in the World Arena. Now, what you can do is, if you want to, you can purchase more attempts this way, and you click use, and you would also click diamonds if you wanted more attempts. Now it is 250 diamonds for 5 attempts. I suggest buying all of those every day, every chance that you can get, and you'll prosper quite well, I think. Now we're going to have a look at the team building options and the changes that have been made as well to these different options. So if we go into defensive lineup, for example, as you can see, I do have my defensive lineup here. All very good, relatively. I've only got 5 teams, so not able to use all of the units that I would like to, but these are the teams that I've gone ahead and set up. I was trying out Cleopatra in the Avengers team, but you really do need her at a higher star level. Specifically, you need her at 8 star to fit into this team, and the reason for that is if we take out Lachesis and Sal, and we go over to our Avengers here, you can have Nerissa, Althea, Cleopatra, and if you really feel brave, you can take out Mavis and pop, say, Althea. So in this sort of lineup, this would be a 5 Avengers, 4 Royals, 5 Phantoms team. This is what I like about it, about that team. But I'm not gonna use that team. Primarily because I'm quite enjoying the Avengers lineup that I have at the moment, in having these 3. So Mavis, Lachesis, Celine, Janna, and Nerissa. The only one this team can't beat typically would be the Monarchs team, and this is the Monarchs team that I'm talking about. So this is let's change you up. So this is the 5 Monarchs team. Now, if I had Cleo at higher star level, what you can do, you can pop Cleo. Yeah, so if you have Cleo at 3 stars, oh sorry, if you have Cleo at 8 stars, you would also get the 5th Monarch for this as well. So just something to keep in mind. Very powerful team. But for now, we'll go back and pop in Halissa. The reason that I've got Halissa in there is I've got her exclusive runes, which means she pumps my team up by 200%. If I had her red exclusive runes, they would go up to 500% for Monarchs. So very powerful effect indeed. This is the team that I'm running. I've got chest in here. I've got so it triggers double shield, and it will trigger 2 of this as well. Unfortunately, I've only got this chest at 1 star, so is what it is. Other than that, this is my team, pretty standard Mystifiers. Now, the way that I've built my teams, if I go out of here and I go into my synergy slate, if we have a look at my synergy slate, my Elysians, Astrals, Dooms, and Mystifiers are all at Mythic, so those are the teams that I've prioritized. As you can see, I do have Ethereals down here, Glorians, Valianters, and Avengers still left to go. I think I'm two slates off Avengers. Yeah, two off Avengers, getting them up to Mythic slate. So what I would suggest, if you are looking to build teams around the ones that you've got the highest slates for. So if you've prioritized, say, Glorians and Ethereals this season, I would suggest building a team of Glorians and Ethereals. Now, as for attackers, it's exactly the same. Just something to note as well, if we click on defensive lineup, if you've built an offensive team that you really like, you can click copy offense, and it'll put your offense, it'll copy the teams that you've got for attacking into there, and the same is true of defense. If I click copy defense in the bottom right, we can copy it and switch them over. And I think that's it's a really good quality of life update for this. So these are the teams that I've gone for attacking wise. Again, we have Cleopatra in there, but I'm going to take Cleopatra out in favour of, where have we gone? In favour of Nerissa, just because she gets the death triggers and can remove holy shields quite quickly as well. This is the team that I've gone for. I've got Merlin, Dahlia. What a combo. Those two as a combo, really powerful. Ayushta should be up here. Lamia is there. Relics, I've not gone for all legendary relics, as you can see on here, just because I prefer the effects of these ones. So Chaos Orb will give us increased relic when we attack and do crits, so we build up to this one faster. This over the hammer currently. I've got the hammer sitting somewhere, yeah, 4 stars I've got the hammer. It causes stun, which is great, and it increases magic damage resistance to all allies. I think actually, to be fair, in this instance, I think hammer would be the better pick, because the enemies aren't likely to do much physical damage. And then I've got the scales here as well, just for the passive debuffs, so you remove the debuffs as well. Next team, Avengers, pretty simple. We'll hopefully bind a couple or banish a couple of people. Relatively standard Dooms teams, Dahlia and Ayushta on the front row, absolutely fantastic. The rest are there to do as much damage as possible, with Ophelia in the back. We've already gone through the Monarch team, and then this is a standard Mystfire team. Now, if you don't have Mulan, you can change her out, and you can put in Cleo, and if you don't have Sandra, and you can also put Cleo in here, and you would have, if you had her up to 8 stars, you would have 5 Monarchs, 5 Mystfires, 5 Elysians as well. So just something to keep in mind. The Elysian synergy would take over at that point, but it's why I'm running Mulan, so I can get the Mystfires buff. It is at Mythic for me, so very powerful indeed. So let's go ahead, jump into a battle, see how we do, and then we'll take it from there. Hopefully we'll get a rank up. So what you do is you get a certain amount of attempts every day to fight through. You need, I believe it's in the very low stages, you need 3 teams, and then you need 5 teams after that, and then eventually you go to the 7 teams. So it looks like we're doing okay. That's weird. Why? Oh, there we go. So the Sanctuary triggered before. Oh, I love Wukong, man. I absolutely love Wukong. He is a finisher. He is absolutely a finisher. And if enemies have low health, like Dooms, he just gets straight through. It's such a powerful tool. Now, with regards to, you know what I do like as well? I like the interaction between Wukong and Elmer. I think it's just funny. Every time Eudora will kill another one of the enemy units, then Wukong will swing, but he always goes for Elmer. Like, he's got something against Elmer, I'm sure. I think I might do a short later on of 30 seconds of Wukong specifically targeting Elmer, when there's plenty of other units on the field as well. So we have Lachesis in there, removes all the debuffs, and we do not have another Celestial on the team, so we can't debuff ourselves either. Might be a good point, maybe to take Nerissa out and put in somebody else who potentially can remove all those buffs as well and work with Lachesis. But as it stands at the moment, I think we should be okay. We do get a full heal, which powers up Sal. We also get Mavis popping off as well. So that's the first time Mavis has died. Hopefully all of our units will survive for long enough so that Mavis can return to life here. Now the other option is taking out Celine and putting in Althea, and the reason that you would put Althea in is because Mavis would already be back. So the passive ability for come on Sal, the passive ability for Althea is that you don't get the little tombstone anymore. Instead, the unit just comes back to life, so it can be a very effective tool. As you can see, the execute ability did not trigger the on death stuff, so just something to keep in mind. Now we'll remove all buffs allegedly, but we didn't remove the holy shield from Atrops. Who knows? Taunted, of course, but fortunately the taunt doesn't stop Mavis from enacting her evil plan, so to speak. Ah, shame. Lots of misses going on. Now remember, the Avengers do get stronger the more times, or the more revivals that there are. However, something else to keep in mind, that so do the Valianters as well. Oh, so close. There we go. Right, so that was a bit of a longer match, but I think it's well worth it. Now this team is becoming one of my favourite teams, just because of how strong it is. Like I took out Merlin for this before, and I added Cleo in. Probably should have done that this time round. Unfortunately, we have got a bind on us, so that's the Karnak. The enemy probably has half red runes for Karnak, giving that additional bind. Just a shame that they've bound Lamia, but fortunately Ophelia does remove the bind effect as well, so just something to keep in mind. As that reflect damage kicking in, we do lose all of our buffs because the enemy does have 2 celestial units, so just something to keep in mind. Bound our 2 front units, what a shame. But at least they'll only have sort of 1 target now, and Lamia might be able to pop off, especially with the reflect rate. Reflect still kicks in, even though the enemy has been bound, so just something to keep in mind. We do have that Sanctuary kicking in, so Lamia will start to pop off now. Yeah, and that's thanks to Ophelia. And there we go. Sweet. Right, okay, so that was PvP, World Arena. Looks good, well done to my opponent. Had very strong teams there, but turns out ours were a bit stronger. I tell you what, why don't we have one more match? We're not going up against main tank, absolutely not, no way. Have you seen his teams? Oh, gross, absolutely gross. So we're going to go ahead and challenge Kumpai here. This is usually a very interesting match, so what we'll do is we'll take you out, and we're going to add Cleo in. To be fair, what we can do is we can add Atrops in here, and the reason we can add Atrops in here is because we lose the Elysian synergy, but we do get the Dragon synergy, and you can do the same with Cleo, except you would get 5 Elysians instead. You would still have 4 dragons, but it would outpace. So if we go down, well, Astrals is 3. She would pick up that Astral synergy if it was relevant. But as it stands at the moment, it's not. So you can have Cleo or Atro in here. I think probably Cleo would be best in this one. And we'll just test it out and just see how well it does, to be honest. I don't expect to win against this team, and specifically because of the physical damage that they're going to be doing. Potentially the Holy Shield might be a bit better, or Cleo giving that Holy Shield might be better for us. We're going to switch this round, and we're going to add in Excalibur. So we do get the stun, but we do get the crit rate reaching 150%. Relic has 100% to be cast again. And we do gets 20% damage for each ethereal synergy mate deployed. And we have 5 of those now, thanks to Cleo. So we'll just jump in and just see how she does. I'm really enjoying Cleo as a unit. Any team that just I can't think of somebody to put in, or I'm just missing a particular synergy, she fits in so well. If she were 8 stars, I'm going to keep going on about this until I get her up to 8 stars. But if she were 8 stars, I think she would be so much more effective, so much more efficient. Like, as it stands at the moment, this would be a 4 protectors. So it'd be 4 protectors, and it would be... Yeah, there we go. So we got the stun on Atrops as well, which I think is going to be really, really powerful. And no attack from Eudora. So he doesn't have the red runes for Eudora. Right, okay. So this is going to be a lot less close than I originally thought it would be. The reason that people run Eudora this is what I mean. He just swings 299 million damage lost. Gross. Absolutely. But the reason that people will run Eudora in that team specifically is because of the physical damage. So in the Valianters team, they'll run physical damage, or they increase physical damage for the first 4 rounds, and you want Eudora to be doing as much damage as possible, which is why people run her in that slot. Now, I suspect this is going to be quite a lengthy match as well, but we'll just see. Okay, so Mavis down already, which is technically a good thing for us. They are ignoring shields, though. We'll see if Lachesis has removed that buff. No, so Lachesis does not remove the ignore shield buff, which is a bit of a pain, actually. Well, especially against Avengers, because Avengers kind of rely on that buff. Specifically, Janna does. Fortunately, Mavis able to take out the majority of the team there. She's such a broken unit, Mavis. I mean, I rushed her as soon as I figured out. Well, I say as soon as I figured out. As soon as I kept getting my ass beaten by Mavis, I rushed to get her to 12 stars. She's just so effective as a unit. Really, really powerful in PvP. Really powerful, because even if like against Dooms, against, as we see now, against Glorians, she's just so strong with the on death ability, and you don't even need those exclusive runes for her. You just have the it's just you need to get her up to 11 stars. So powerful, so powerful. I think she outpaced Nawi because it was on death trigger, and because she revives herself so much. So powerful. Now we are going to lose this one, I believe. You can tell if you look up at the top here. You can tell how many matches there's going to be. So this is a loss right here, specifically because we just lost Dahlia. Dahlia was the quintessential piece in this one. I think it's going to be relatively close. I say relatively close. They're all just going to die. Fortunately, Dahlia came back. Oh, that's weird. I don't even know why Dahlia came back. I think it's got something to do with the Doom synergy. I don't know. But yes, we did lose that one. And now this one's quite an interesting build. It's another Doom setup. So the Cleo here will act as a Doom. So she's got, well, Kumpai here has got 5 Dooms, 3 Royals as well, and then I think I can't even see. I think that is 1, 2, 3 Phantoms as well. Now I don't think there's absolutely no way there's absolutely no way that a Dooms team can beat this team. This is, I would say this is one of the new best teams within the game, is the Monarchs team, including Halliser. The only other option that you can potentially run instead of Halliser in this team, if you want Halliser in your Dooms team, is you can put Cleo in there. Now, speaking of which, but you can put Cleo in there because she will change into an ethereal, not an ethereal, a Glorian Monarch if you do have the others. So if you have your 4 monarchs, 4 Glorian Monarchs here, you pop Cleo in the middle, and she will change into a Glorian Monarch as well, so fits the bill very well. Also, we won't get to see it, but my 5th team, you can add Cleo in there instead of Mulan. You can add Cleo in, and you can change out Catherine for Sandra. And what that will do is will give you a 5 Mystifier Monarch team. So a very powerful effect indeed. And Lee cleaning up house here, telling us to finish things off. Right, okay, so we'll leave it at that. Just want to say thank you very much for watching. I do hope you have a fantastic day and good luck in all of your matches moving forward. If you can like and subscribe, we are trying to get to 500 subscribers. So if you can subscribe, please do. It's free, and then you could ignore me for the rest of your life. I promise. We're just looking to get up to that 500, then 1,000. Just so I can start earning a little bit of money from this. To be honest, it would be nice. Putting in all these hours. It's it's fun, and I'm enjoying it. But could do with a bit of money coming back from it as well. Thank you very much for watching. I do hope you have a great day.